Assalamu alaikum students. So last time we have completed question number 2 of practice set 5.1. Now we're going to start question number 3. Here the question number 3 is find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from point A with coordinate minus 3, 4 and B having the coordinate 1, minus 4. Now here one of the thing is very important. You have to read here, see carefully. We have to find the point on the x-axis. So it is very important. On the x-axis we have to find the point. So first of all we'll see on x-axis. So always remember, whenever the point will be on x-axis, then its y coordinate will be 0. Y coordinate will be 0. Same way, if the point will be on y-axis, then its x coordinate will be 0. This thing already we have done in 9th standard. I will give some of the examples so it will be clear to you. For example, I am having point A, that is minus 2, 0. So here x coordinate is minus 2 but the y coordinate is 0. That means no coordinate for the y axis. So only the x axis, x coordinate is given. So this point will lie on x axis. And whenever the point will lie on x axis, always its y coordinate will be 0. Similarly, for example, I am taking here the another point B, that is 0, 4. So here B is having x coordinate 0 and the y coordinate is 4. So only y coordinate, that means this point lie on y axis. Therefore, whenever the point lie on y axis, its x coordinate will be 0. So you have to remember, if any of the point will lie on x axis, then its y coordinate will be 0. Similarly, if the point will be on y axis, then its x coordinate will be 0. So now we will see how to solve this question number 3. Here we have to take the point on x axis. So we will let any of the point, that is point P. So I have taken the statement here, let the point P x0. Why I have taken x0? Because this point lie on x axis. So for x coordinate I have taken here x, and obviously its y coordinate will be 0. Lies on the x axis. And about this point, it is given us in the question. See the question here. See here. It is given this point which is on the x axis is equidistant from point A and B. So this point P is equidistant from point A, that is minus 3, 4, and B, that is 1, minus 4. So we know the coordinate of A, we know the coordinate of B, we have to find the coordinate of P. And for finding the coordinate of P, we only want to find the value of x. If we know the value of x, then we can find the coordinate of P very easily, because only x value we have to put and y value will be 0 only. So now we will see here. I have taken all these 3 points P, A and B. Here the distance of this P to A and the distance of this P to B will be equal. Why it will be equal? Because already it is given us that P is equidistant from A and B. That means the distance of point P from A and the distance of point P from B will be equal. That means indirectly it is given us that PA will be equal to PB or AP will be equal to BP. Both are one and the same thing. So what we can do? First of all, by using point A and P, we will find the distance AP. Then by using point B and P, we will find the distance BP. But these two distances are given equal. Then we will equate both the distance and we will find the value of x. So we will start first to find the first distance, that is distance AP. And if here after that we'll use the same method which is already we have used in the question number 1 and 2. For finding the distance, we know that we are taking the 2 point, then we are applying the distance formula and all. Same way we will do. So here we will take 2 point, that is point A and point P. So point A is minus 3, 4. So first point we have taken x1, y1. Second point is P, and whose coordinate we have taken that x0, and we have to take it as x2, y2. After taking the point, we will write by using distance formula. And we know the distance formula is, here the points are A and P. So obviously the distance will be AP, and our formula is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now we'll substitute the values here. So the value of x2 is x, value of x1 is minus 3, value of y2 is 0, value of y1 is 4. So all this value we will substitute here. So x2 will be x, then middle minus sign, then x1 is minus 3, so I have taken in bracket, then big bracket, and then a square. Then y2 is 0, y1 is 4. Now how to simplify this bracket? Root sign will be as it is, x, this minus minus will become plus. So x plus 3, then plus 0 minus 4 will be minus 4, and then we will take the square of both the bracket. So see the next step. So our next step will be x plus 3 the whole square and minus 4 the whole square. Now this x plus 3 the whole square I will take like that only, and we know that whether the number is negative or positive, the square will be always positive. So minus 4 square will be 16. So in this way we have completed our distance AP, and I have given it equation number 1. Now we will going to find the second distance, that is distance BP. Now we'll start finding the distance BP. Again the same method will apply. First of all we'll take the 2 point B and P. We have taken x1, y1 and x2, y2 for both the values, both the point. Then by distance formula, now the distance is BP, so we have written BP and the formula we have taken. After writing the formula we have to apply the values. So x2 is x, x1 is 1, y2 is 0, y1 is minus 4. So all these 4 value will going to apply here. So I have applied all the values. Here y1 was minus 4, so I have taken in bracket. Then x minus 1 the whole square will be as it is. Then 0 minus minus will become plus. So 0 plus 4. Now 0 plus 4 will be 4 only. Then we have to take the square of 4, and square of 4 is nothing but 16. So in this way we have completed the distance BP is equal to root of x minus 1 the whole square plus 16, and I have given it equation number 2. But we know that this point P is equidistant from point A and B. That means same thing I have written, that point P is equidistant from point A and B. That means the distance of AP will be equal to distance of BP. Now the distance of AP we have got in equation number 1. See here in equation number 1 we have got AP is equal to x plus 3 the root of x plus 3 the whole square plus 16, and here in equation number 2 we have got BP. So both the values from equation 1 and 2 we will apply here. So we have applied the values here. So both the values we have got from 1 and 2. So I have written from 1 and 2, and both the values we have applied. Now this root, we have to remove this root. So it is very simple way to removing any of the root is nothing but squaring. So whenever the square and root together it will come, they will cancel with each other and the same term will be answer. So we will do the squaring. So I have taken here squaring both the side. Now I have taken here squaring. So square I have taken of both. See the same term with the root sign I have taken in bracket. Then I have taken the square of the bracket. Again the right hand side also I have taken the same term with the root and then square. Then this square and this root will cancel with each other. Same way I have taken earlier also. The square was inside. So inside the square and root can cancel. So here same way this square and this root we will cancel. We can't cancel this square here because this term is in the addition. Okay, so this square of the outside bracket and this root will cancel with each other. Similarly here also this square and this root will cancel. So now we will take the term which is inside the root. So x plus 3 the whole square plus 16 and x minus 1 the whole square plus 16. If you'll observe carefully, both the side plus 16 is there. So we can cancel this 16. So this 16 and this 16 will get cancelled. So now what will remain? That x plus 3 the whole square is equal to x minus 1 the whole square. Now it become in form of a plus b the whole square, and it is become a minus b the whole square. So now for expanding this, for the expansion of this two bracket, we'll use the formula of a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square. So here a is x, b is 3. Here a is x and b is 1. So the expansion of x plus a plus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. I will write here. So the expansion is a square plus 2ab. So I have taken here both the formula, that is a plus b the whole square and it is a minus b the whole square. So first is a square, that is nothing but x square, then plus 2ab, that means 2 into x into 3. So 2 3s are 6 and then x. Then b square is nothing but 3 square, so it will be 9. Again this side a square is nothing but x square, then minus 2ab. 2ab means 2 into 1 into x. So 2 ones are 2 and x 2x. And then b square is nothing but 1 square. So see, in this way we have got the term x square plus 6x plus 9 and then x square minus 2x plus 1. Again here the equal to sign is here and both the side we are getting this x square term. So this x square and this x square will get cancelled. So we will cancel this x square. So here the term 6x plus 9 will remain and here minus 2x plus 1. So we will take that only. After that what we will do? We will take both the x term together and this constant together. So this minus 2x whenever I will take here, that will become plus 2x, and this plus 9 I will take here, so it will be minus 9. So 6x plus 2x is equal to 1 minus 9. Now 6 plus 2 is nothing but 8x. Then plus minus minus. 9 minus 1 will be 1. So and greater number sign is minus. So it will be minus 8. So 8x will be equal to minus 8. Now this x is 8 is in multiply. If I will take this 8 on other side, it will come in division. So it will be minus 8 upon 8. Now this 8 we can cancel by 8 only. So 8 ones are 8. This is 8 ones are 8 and this is 8 ones are 8 and with the minus sign. So we have got the value of x is minus 1. Now we'll substitute the value of x in the coordinate of point P. So since our point P, coordinate of point P is x0, so we'll substitute the value of x is minus 1. So coordinate of point P is minus 1, 0. So in this way we have completed our question number 3.